If you're feeling like someone is undermining your authority and trying to take credit for your work, this video is for you. I'm going to share with you some tips on what to do if this is happening. Welcome to the channel, Leadership with Mike. On this channel, I help you become a more confident leader, and I do this with no nonsense sense, if that makes any sense. So if you clicked on this video, it means that you're probably experiencing an unpleasant feeling at work. Someone who's undermining your authority and taking credit for your work. The first thing is it's very important for you to address any situation of undermining head on. Take ownership. Don't hit them. Take ownership of the problem. When someone is deliberately trying to undermine your power in the workplace, the best strategy is to remain calm and keep your composure. Make sure you confront the individual directly and explain that their words, their actions are not appropriate. Be clear in what you expect from them going forward and emphasize that you expect respect and courtesy in the workplace. Make sure that you document everything, which we'll talk about in just a moment. When you deal with someone head on, what I mean is you also want to make sure that you are doing it in a tone that does not cause more problems, that does not cause conflict, but also it makes you stand out. It makes people second guess whether they should talk to you in this manner or not. Being proactive in addressing an individual who is undermining you, it can help protect yourself as well as maintain a harmonious working environment for everyone else that's involved. Now, if you're being undermined at work by a colleague, it is important to seek counsel from people around you who can help provide a different perspective or give you some assistance. Consider going to colleagues or friends who you trust and respect for their advice on how to best handle the situation. They may be able to talk through options with you, such as addressing it directly with the person or finding ways to protect your reputation at work. These things can get blown out of proportion very quickly, so make sure you are protecting your own reputation. Your colleagues' support might not just be moral support, but tangible assistance. They may be able to speak up for you if the situation arises where you feel uncomfortable and unsupported. Looking for help from your professional network can also be beneficial if it helps provide resources such as legal advice or coaching. There are many organizations dedicated to helping people who feel they're being undermined in their workplace, so exploring these avenues might be helpful for you as well. One such place is joining the No Nonsense Leadership Academy. Go down in the description below to sign up for when we have the doors opening, and you'll be first to be notified. Ultimately, finding somewhere where you can rely on trusted allies is essential if someone is trying to undermine you in your professional life. Taking proactive steps like this can help you gain back some of the control over the situation, allowing for more positive outcomes. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Document everything. Documenting every instance of someone undermining you at work is an important step in stopping it. Doing so will allow you to create a clear, precise record of the times where someone has acted inappropriately or undermined your authority or position, which may be needed later on if the situation escalates and requires further action. Specifically, try to note the date, the time, the location of each incident, along with any witnesses that were present and what was said or done to undermine you. This information can be used as evidence if necessary. Keeping these records in a secure place will make sure they remain safe and accessible when needed. By safe place, I mean on your own personal computer or on a separate email server. Go ahead and document any steps taken afterwards, such as talking to the person or talking to your supervisor. This will help demonstrate that you took the appropriate action after each incident. Documenting everything related to someone undermining you at work is essential for both establishing a timeline of events and constructing a case against them, again, if that's necessary. Now, if you're getting value, click that like button right now. The next thing you need to do is you need to stay calm. When someone is trying to undermine you at work, it is essential to remain calm and professional. Trust me, it can be difficult not to get angry and react emotionally, but if you do this, you will only make the situation worse. The best way to handle an undermining colleague or staff member is by maintaining a positive attitude and responding with a level-headed manner. Show that you're not affected by the words and actions that they can't get under your skin. Being confident and showing that you know your own worth will ensure they don't continue with their negative behavior. In addition, focusing on facts while responding will keep the conversation productive and help maintain a higher standard of professionalism. Acting calmly and thoughtfully in such situations shows respect for yourself as well as the other person. It also sets the tone for how others perceive you, demonstrating that despite any challenges, you can remain calm, focused, successful, and resilient. By controlling your emotions in such situations and remaining firm yet polite, it is possible to diffuse conflict before it escalates further. Now, if you find yourself in the unfortunate situation of being undermined by someone at work, it may be helpful to take a break. Taking a break can help relieve the stress and anxiety while allowing you to regroup and refocus on the best way to respond, the best way to cope with the situations. Breaks can take various forms, including taking a walk outside, getting some fresh air, engaging in mindfulness activities such as meditation or yoga, going for a cup of tea or a good old cup of coffee can also provide an effective way to step away from the situation and just help you clear your head. Allowing yourself this time away can help you regain some composure and come back with a more level-headed perspective. It's also important to remember that breaks don't have to be long. Even just 5 minutes of stepping away can allow enough time to reflect on and provide a space to think about how best to move forward. Ultimately, finding healthy ways of responding to undermining behavior is essential for maintaining emotional stability at work. Now, as a last resort to moving forward, you can also talk to your boss. It can be intimidating and difficult, especially if it means standing up for yourself in the face of opposition, but explaining the situation to your boss will help them better understand what's going on. Before speaking to your boss, prepare by gathering any evidence or documentation you may have had, like we spoke of before, regarding the situation. This could be emails, conversations you've had with other colleagues, or anything else that might help explain what has happened. When talking to your boss, be honest and direct about how the situation is making you feel and why it isn't helpful for either of you. Remember that your boss is likely unaware, almost clueless of what has been happening, and they need to know the details in order to help take appropriate action. Make sure you remain calm and professional when discussing the issue, no matter how frustrated and angry you might be, because this will help them take your concerns more seriously. And keep an open dialogue with your manager so that if similar issues arise in the future, both parties are aware and you can work together to find a solution. If you're ever in a situation where someone is trying to undermine you at work, do not panic. There are steps you can take to protect yourself and your career. Remember, address the issues head on. This sends a clear message that you're not tolerated with the way you're being treated. Seek support from friends and colleagues, because it's important to have people in your corner who will have your back. Document everything. Keep a record of what's been going on so that you have the evidence if it was to be needed later on. And stay calm, cool, and collected, i.e. professional. Losing your cool will only make the situation worse. And of course, take a break if needed. If things are getting so overwhelming, you need to step away and regroup so that you can come back refreshed. And finally, talk to your boss. Let them know what's been going on so that they're aware of the situation and they can help you resolve it. Taking these steps should help give you the confidence and protection you need to deal with workplace conflict effectively. One thing to look out for, though, is the type of person that might be undermining you in different ways. And to learn more about that, watch this video because that's what it's all about. And if you haven't already, make sure you've subscribed to the channel for more valuable information just like this. Get your coffee. I'll see you there. Ciao.